Hi, what we're going to do today is I'm actually going to demonstrate a tonal chiropractic adjustment on my daughter, Nikki. Nikki, how old are you?
6.5.
6.5. You're going to be 7 when?
March 28th.
March 28th. So what I want to do is show parents that they don't have to fear taking their children to a chiropractor. So Nikki, go ahead and lay on your stomach. Now a tonal chiropractic adjustment is a lot different than your normal chiropractic type of an adjustment. So one of the things we're going to be looking at is leg length, muscle tone, posture, respiration, breathing patterns. And what I'm doing right now is just scanning her muscles, looking for tightness in certain areas. And one of the things that I want parents and people to understand is she's receiving an adjustment not because she has pain, but we're improving the function of her nervous system. So you have 9 systems of your body, and they're all under the control of the central nervous system. Most Americans today have a nervous system where there's an imbalance between your parasympathetic and sympathetic nervous system. And what that means is that if someone was actually chasing you, you'd want your sympathetic nervous system to kick in, your adrenaline. The problem is that most Americans are in that state 80% of the time when they need to be in that state basically 10 to 20% of the time. So in order to heal and be healthy, you need to be in that parasympathetic state. And that's the type of feeling you get when you pray or you meditate. You're just sitting calmly or peacefully. Now what Nikki has is a right short leg. She's got some muscle spasm up in her neck here and down to this side. Turn your head this way, honey. I want you to turn it this way. And then straight. And what I'm looking for is to see if her leg length or her posture changes just with head movement. If it did, that would be an indication of a problem in the upper part of her neck. What I'm doing right now is I'm actually testing an area I'm going to make a correction on. So I've got about a 15-second window where I can actually see how her body's going to react before I actually do the adjustment. The pressure that I'm going to use right now is very, very light. And that's how it is even in adults. I also treat some elite athletes, football players and hockey players. Same type of pressure, extremely light. I'm trying to find the exact contact point right now. Okay, Nikki, taking a deep breath and nod your head back and forth. Breathe in and out. And then relax. And what she's actually doing is she's assisting me in the adjustment. So with her respiration or breathing, you're going to get movement of the bones of the skull, you're going to get movement of her sacrum and her pelvis down here. And with her head movement, you're going to get this wave that goes up and down the spine. And what I'm doing is just applying pressure in the right place to allow the correction to take place while she breathes and moves her head. So the patient then becomes part of the correction. Usually what I like to do is give that at least a minute or so to react, and then we'll go back in and check and see where the next correction is. For the sake of the video and time, what we're going to do is we're going to speed it up a little bit. Now Nikki gets adjusted on a regular basis, at least every week. She's been in ballet since she's been 2.5. And ballet is a very demanding sport or art, performing art. So kids that are in activities on a weekly basis or bi-weekly basis, depending on how much they're in, those kids are going to need a little bit more care than other kids. Their nutrition is going to have to be very, very good also, because they're placing a higher demand on their body than someone who's not exercising. What I'm doing is I'm pressure testing based on my correction. And I make this look easy. I've been doing this type of protocol or technique since 1993. So I can make it look very, very easy or almost effortless. Taking a deep breath and nod your head back and forth. Breathe in and out. And then relax. And that correction was on her tailbone. One of the most overlooked areas of the spine to actually check. And as you can see, I haven't twisted, I haven't popped, I haven't cracked. What I've actually done is taken a spinal cord that's stretched this way and twisted and basically released it. And now what I'm doing is, and I often forget this, what I'm actually looking at is their breathing pattern. You'll see sometimes I'll be going up and down the legs and just scanning muscles just to see if from left to right there's the same muscle tone. And all this is nice and relaxed up in here. Children who often don't ever get adjusted will often have a spasm in their neck. They'll be more prone to ear infections, throat infections, asthma, allergy, ADD, ADHD, things like that are common with areas of the spine up in here that get tight. It's not uncommon for kids with allergies to see tightness up there. In her case, it's just, we all deal with gravity, we all deal with stress, and of course, how many hours of dance you in a week now?
2 hours and a half.
2.5 hours. And how many is your sister in?
14.
14, and she's only 12, right?
Yeah.
So that's a lot of hours. And then my two older ones are in ice hockey. And we all know that ice hockey can be very demanding physically. So I'm doing now is just checking everything. Everything looks good. Turn your head this way. And the other way. And straight. So I've got nice even muscle tone. I've got a nice breathing pattern. This is nice and loose up here. We're going to do one more thing. So Nikki, I'm going to have you step down here. We're actually going to make the correction standing. So we're going to make it in two different postures. One laying on her stomach. And the only thing I'm going to do here is she's going to be breathing in up towards the ceiling, with her eyes closed while I hold the contacts. Take a deep breath. And then she falls backwards a little bit. And that's just resetting the Achilles tendon. So if you have any questions, visit our website, www.pintohealthcare.com. Don't be afraid to get adjusted yourself or your children. Did that hurt?
No.
No. Do you like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. Thank you.